the festive program here in England, where essentially you play 4 games and 14 games 4 games in 14 days. Every league in Europe takes a break between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
The Premier League, not only do they not take a break, they start playing more. Not just the Premier League, all of English football.
Yeah.
And you always get this familiar refrain from managers, especially foreign ones.
Yeah.
They complain about this. Many years ago, they used to say, it's the
25
reason why England don't win the World Cup is because they play
Yeah.
so much and don't have a winter break. Now they kind of have that half winter break, although who knows if that's going to happen this year because they have to make up so many games.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have COVID this year. There's the theme of the 5 substitutes as well. But it's interesting to me because obviously you and I are guests in this country, right? We love the Premier League.
We love the
We
Premier
like living here, otherwise we wouldn't live somewhere else. It is part of it, and these games are entertaining from a neutral perspective.
Yeah, of course.
But there's a part of me that also says, okay, they're entertaining, but are they good? Or are they entertaining because it stretches you to go and do something? You have to go and do something well, which isn't really part of football or of planning. Did you see what I'm saying?
Listen, I've been to 3 games in this festive period. Spurs Palace on Boxing Day. This was not a good game. I know it's a 3-0 win and we saw goals, empty seats everywhere, and not a good game. The Leicester-Liverpool game, it was a heroic win for Leicester, and we will give them some praise a bit in a bit. And Brendan Rodgers was this was not a good game. It was not a good game at all. The Chelsea-Brighton, as well as Brighton played and completely deserved the point that they won there, it was not a good game, apart from maybe the last half hour. And I'm sorry, I agree with you 100%.
You don't know what my view is. I haven't expressed my view.
Okay. I thought your view was
I agree with you.
detriment of the quality of the Premier League, because the whole world is watching. This is the only league player. Okay, Portugal have restarted now. Spain will do soon, but still, this is the only league now. So everybody is watching even more than usual, and this is the kind of spectacle. Brentford City was not a good game. It was not a good game at all, and there's plenty others that we can mention that were not good at all in this festive period again. Even if there was loads of goals, the City, Leicester, there was loads of goals, etc. I'm not even sure that technically the quality was there. Sorry, this is to the detriment of it, but it will never change. So this is obviously this was Ralph Rangnick first time playing through the festive period, and he was clearly very excited.
It's not over.
Yeah, but before the Newcastle game, he was like,
he's as excited as Rangnick gets.
But he's still like, this is amazing. For me, like Boxing Day, the biggest tradition, blah 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 in football. Although he didn't play Boxing Day, he played 27th, but still. It was also Thomas Tuchel's first festive period.
Right.
He didn't have the same excitement whatsoever at all about Boxing Day and playing 3 games in 6 days or whatever it was, or 4 games in 8 days. And I find the divide, and I'm sure the divide is amongst all the fans in this country, the ones saying, this has to stay, we can't touch it. This is English football for you. The ones who say like, okay, Boxing Day is great, but like us, there's too many games, and it's a disservice to the clubs, the players, the spectacle, everything you want.
The fans, the sponsors, the broadcasters,
and I really think it's fascinating. And from the way the continent sees it, they're all like, oh, this is great. We all would love a Boxing Day in our leagues. But they also say like, but we like the holiday and the break and the 2 weeks break, because it's doing good for the players and for our league. And I just find that fascinating. I don't think that it will ever change. I think you will keep playing and playing and playing again. But I think it's a great debate to have.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, with the COVIDs and the postponement, obviously there's a whole different spin on it as well. And this year, it's particularly obvious.
Yeah, it should have changed this year.
But these aren't high-quality games. You can say they're great games because they're exciting, what an exciting comeback and blah, blah, blah. But, we talked about this with Natham on Monday. Man City against Leicester, right? You have 30 divine minutes against a very undermanned Leicester team, right? And then they concede 3 goals. And again, maybe it's not because they're tired, because they're not football. Whatever the reason is, these games end up not being high-quality games. And if I'm going to just have games that are entertaining but not high quality, then do I, as an owner, need to go and spend all this money on talented players and talented coaches
you're right.
and give them state-of-the-art facilities? I just think it's something to look at. And in terms of the tradition side, what I've worked out, I can never quite work it out in this country, especially when it comes to football. Because on the one hand, it's all about tradition, and they're very conservative. They don't like change, 5 substitutes, VAR, oh, no, we don't know. But then they're also incredibly innovative, because you look at the stadiums that they built after Hillsborough. You look at, even stupid things like, the squad numbers and the names on the back of shirts, right? They introduced it into football.
Yeah. I
think they like innovation when it's innovation that they come up with. When it comes from elsewhere, you immediately get the knee-jerk old guard. I think it is. I think it's a debate. It's a debate worth having. And that's one. But you're adamant it's not going to change.
Yeah, I think I really believe that they were going to scrap this 28 this season. Of all seasons, this was the one really to give the players a bit of a break, and they didn't even do it in this season. I can't see them.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.